leader I could be. And I know that shit would be like, for me, I don't know. I think it would be extremely hard. It'd be too difficult for me. What else, Cynthia?
Hey, Pub, I didn't want to cut you off, but so mine is very quickly. We don't have to debate whether white women are oppressed or not, when even if they are more of an oppressor than oppressed. They are oppressed by gender. However, the oppression that they subject others to outweighs, to me, the oppression that they suffer. But what I definitely want to discuss is this notion that Black women are oppressing other people, because I'm looking at two different definitions of oppression here. One from Merriam-Webster that says it's cruel or unjust use of authority or power. And then I'm looking at another definition that says prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control. So oppression does require that someone has power and authority over the group that they are oppressing. Like, we can all agree Black men do oppress Black women in many different ways. We can agree that Black men have power over the Black community that they should not have. However, Black women possess zero power over LGBTQ. The only thing we can do is give our opinion. And yes, our opinion is taken as possible oppression, but it doesn't qualify. It literally does not meet the definition. Black women don't have any power to subject LGBTQ to anything. The only thing we can do is offer our opinion. And that's what you see Black women doing. And I would venture to say there are more Black women who accept LGBTQ, even trans women, than ones who don't. Because I know I've personally been attacked by numerous Black women in defense of trans women. But I also do know that when Black women do have an adverse opinion of trans, is related to the lack of safety. Because at the end of the day, these are still males. They were socialized as males. They were not re-socialized as women. So they still think like men. They still possess the misogyny towards women. In fact, to me, one of their expressions of their misogyny is presenting as a woman, going into women's spaces and then harming women, which is actively happening. So when Black women have a gripe with trans, is directly related to the harm that comes by way of any man identifying as a woman and being in women's spaces, because men are oppressive to women, and they have been. So I think it's completely dishonest, and it's problematic to even suggest that Black women are oppressing anyone. Like, we can't. We literally don't have any power or authority to. Now, Black women are oppressing their children by way of birthing them into the hood. I will say they are oppressing them by that way. If you birth a child in a hood, you are oppressing it. But in other ways, no.
You could.
Okay, because I'm about to lose my patience.
You can go ahead and respond, Sharon.
Go ahead, Shane. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, you can go. The birthing them in the hood thing was where I kind of lost it. Yeah, you got
it. We can absolutely discuss that one, because a lot of Black women have an issue with that. I stand firm on it. It is a problem for Black women to birth children in the hood, a big problem.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's a choice that they don't have to make, and they're making it because Black men are in the hood primarily. But we can debate that one. My position is it's not going to move. It's just not. It is oppression to birth your children in the hood. By definition, it's oppression to birth your children in the hood.
Yeah. That's where you lose. I think that's where you lose us at. Like, we're not going to debate over people's personhood. Like, the fact that trans people and LGBTQIA people exist, we're not going to deny their personhood, right?
No one's doing that. No one's denying their personhood. And it to me is gaslighting. To me, it's gaslighting when I said everything that I said. I talked about real life documented cases of women being harmed by way of trans women. No one is denying their personhood. They're a male person who decided they wanted to present as a female person. We already know that they exist.
Cynthia, can you let them finish?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, Just don't say that I said something that I'm not saying. If they can stick to what I said and don't say things that I didn't say, I didn't deny their personhood.
I'm just saying the concept, what it sounds like is the concept of denying someone's personhood and then throwing out buzzwords like safety is still an issue, feeds into the white supremacy idea of trans people.
Trans is white supremacy because most trans are white males. So it is white supremacy. It goes hand in hand, but continue.
No, wait a second now. Wait a second. We're not going to pretend like Black women aren't very inflammatory. And
are you going to address anything that I actually said, or are you going to keep like running around in this circle? I need you to address what I said if we're going to have a discussion, because I'm not going to respond to anything that I didn't say.
All right.
Okay, bro, you ain't got to respond to nothing you didn't say, but I'm gonna say my thought.
Why do you feel the need to put words in my mouth though? That's concerning to me. You could easily respond to what I said.
Wait. I'm sorry. So if I'm not mistaken, scrolling back, K, basically you're just saying what you got from what Cynthia was saying was that when you talked about the personhood part, were you thinking that she was denying their personhood?
I did.
Okay. And what made you think that? What made you think that?
Okay. What made me think that was the idea that she doesn't even believe that Black women are oppressive to those groups simply because we don't have the power to be, when in fact Black women have said very inflammatory things and pushed inflammatory ideas about the trans community, trans women in general, and GAY men. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to pretend like just because
that's not oppression. So that's not oppression, because I just read the definition of oppression, and it requires that you have authority or power over the group that you're oppressing. How can you oppress a group that you have no power over? How? Like, you can't. You have to have power and authority over them. That's how white women can be oppressors of Black people, because they have power and authority over Black people. You cannot oppress without authority and power. You have to have it.
But sis said people do have authority and power over
Black women do not have authority over LGBTQ. And if the only thing you can mention is what Black women are saying or thinking about trans people, that's not oppression. Nothing about this is talking about any opinion, or it's 100% about treatment. It's not about ideals. It's not about. So tell me the treatment. No, tell me the treatment that Black women are subjecting them to. That means a behavior. What are we doing to them? What are we doing?
Certain ideas. We're not going to pretend.
Okay, so perpetuating ma'am, are you struggling with literacy? Ma'am, are you struggling with literacy? Because it sounds like you're struggling to understand what the definition means.
Wait. This is not productive at this point. The reason why, me personally, I'm not about to sit here and argue with a bunch of Black women about what Black women do. I don't know if y'all know that about me. That's not my thing. I disagree with you, Cynthia. You can say whatever, like you said. Nobody gonna change your mind. You're not gonna change my mind about it. I'll be honest with you.
I'm not trying to change your mind.
I'm just telling you. To me, it's not like. It's one of those things. I'm hearing what you're saying. I haven't heard anything you said thus far to make me think that it's not true. I can name ways how Black women vote, how Black women organize, Black women kicking kids out the house. Like, there's a bunch of ways that they can do it. And also, if you said that about white T women, what power do white T women have? What do white T?
They have the power of their whiteness, and they have the fact that there is a system.
What institution do white T women do?
So white women are most of your HR who are doing hiring or firing? Are white women not the majority of teachers who are instilling certain things in a mindset, who's funneling Black students through the school to prison pipeline? White women aren't doing that?
Cynthia, if that is power, then Black women have a similar power over Black LGBT.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Not of the LGBTQ community, because in order to say, here's the thing. In order to say that Black women,
earlier. That's the exact same logic.
No, it's not. It's actually not though, because to say that Black women have power and control over LGBTQ is to say that Black women have power and control over a large group of white people. No, Black women do not. Now you could say that they maybe do over Black ones, definitely not white ones. Absolutely not.
Why are you over here?
Hey, you guys, though this was not entertaining but interesting, I have to go. My baby has a recital. I have to go.